Hi there, it's Maya Honeywell from the Hive at Coldwell Banker. We are coming to you live from the world headquarters. We've got a new office. It's at 177 Snelling, right across from Whole Foods. Stop by and visit us. We have a cappuccino machine, but you gotta wear a mask. Thanks. Hey, I wanted to get back to you. This is the last week of statistics from the 2020 year and wanted to finalize our stats and let you know what's going to happen here in 2021. So this is data coming from the 8-county metro area that was distributed to us through the Board of Realtors. If we are looking at new listings, and you can imagine this is from 12/26 was our last date here, so we're looking right in the middle of the winter holidays. New listings continue to be a bit of a struggle. We have very low inventory right now. This is somewhat in line with what we saw last year. So as you can see, there is some seasonality with the holidays involved. Not a huge point of concern at this point, but certainly something we're hoping to see more new listings here as we approach 2021. Pending sales are properties where a purchase agreement has been negotiated, we've gotten through the inspection period, and now we are just waiting for that property to close. So properties that are currently under contract and waiting for the closing date are down as of the end of the year in 2020. As you see from historical data, that is not a huge surprise to us because we are dealing with those winter holidays and a little bit of uncertainty as the year ends. But again, pending sales going down a bit, and we're hoping to see a little increase here as the new year kicks in. All right, you guys, inventory. Have you ever heard me talk about low inventory? We are at an all-time low. And if we look at last year, we are significantly lower than we were last year. We're hovering around 6,000 units of property, which is dismal. We are used to a balanced market being at about 18,000 units of property. So if we have a lot more people searching for a home and few homes to choose from, it means that they're going to be looking longer, or they're going to settle for a property that doesn't quite meet their needs. If you've got a house that isn't quite meeting your needs right now, perhaps it's time to get that thing spruced up and out on the market. And time for a swap. I know a lot of us are feeling a little bit cooped up. We're used to our house because we've been spending a heck of a lot of time there. If your house is no longer suiting your needs, it might be perfect for someone else, and it might be that time to think about it. As we're looking into 2021, we are seeing a great deal of optimism. Rates are going to continue to stay low. Hopefully we're coming out of this. Vaccines are on the horizon for all of us. So let's be optimistic and think about what will serve our needs from now moving forward. We'd love to help you with those real estate goals. Days on market until sale. If we look over the last couple of years, we were hovering about a month and a half to 2 months of property being on the market before we got to that sale. And this year in 2020, we're summarizing that was down to just over a month. So 34 days from that property to be listed to sold. On an average point. Now clearly we've got outliers in both ways. I'm sure you guys are hearing about multiple offers, and that means that property may only be on the market for a day or two and it's gone. And then sometimes we have properties that hover around. This has been a really tough year because properties get a little shop worn. Not as many people are getting out in person to see a house, and we are counting on realtors to show stuff through their video, their camera, anything like that. So if we can get people out and looking at houses, get these houses off and get some fresh inventory coming in, that will really help everyone's needs. Simple supply and demand logic, and we're probably thinking back to high school when we think about supply and demand, but if we have less properties that are on the market, we have more people looking for houses, they're going to pay more for that house. So if we look at that median sale price, in 2018 it was at $265, 2019 it was $280, and in 2020, as we summarize that data year, we're looking at a median sales price of $310,000, which means about half of the houses are selling for above $310,000 and about half of them are selling for less than $310,000. But again, if we're talking about appreciation and people staying in their houses and making some money, you can see that that property, that median sales price continues to go up year on year, and that should not be a big surprise to any of us. Real estate is in high demand. Percent of original list price received. Well, if we go and ask for that $310,000 for that median priced home, historically we've been getting pretty close to that $310,000 asking price. In 2018, we would have got 97% of the way there. At 2019, again, 97% of the way there. And then in 2020, people were paying just a tad bit over asking price. And where we're seeing that come to fruition quite often is with multiple offers. So if a house is very popular and it's at a certain list price and 20 people are bidding on it, that's going to drive that price up and over the list price, and that's where we get people actually receiving more than 100% of their sale price. If you've got a great house and you just want to spruce it up, let us tell you what might be more helpful, how we can make some investments that will really pay off in the long run, and what buyers are really looking for that's important to them. That's something we take a great deal of pride in and would love to help you get your house ready to market. Goodness knows we need the properties out there inventory-wise. Months of supply of inventory means if everybody quits listing their properties right now and the buyer pool continues to be out there absorbing properties, how long will it be before we completely just run out of houses for sale? The last couple of years it's been a couple of months, and in 2020 we had a 40.9% drop. And that means that the month supply of inventory as we're ending 2020 is only 1.3 months. So if y'all quit listing your houses and people keep buying houses, we're not going to have anything to sell here in another 1.3 months. Let's get these houses ready and get them out to sell. I know that there's a lot of different needs that we're finding as we spend more time at home with our families. And if your house isn't quite right for you, let us help find one that is. And we'd be glad to help you sell yours. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a beautiful day. And here we are at 2021. Let's see some optimism. We're reaching for the spring market. We're reaching for vaccines and for a return to what we can all call normalcy, whatever that new normal is. Thanks, you guys. We're here with you step by step.